Hi, everybody. Ron Placone here. You're watching another summary from the Indie Bohemians morning show. I'm back, and I'm thrilled to be back. Been on the road a lot. Had a really hectic college season schedule, or whatever you want to call it. But I am back now. Things are relatively normal to some degree. So happy to be back. And one of the things that we talked about a lot today on the show was the Yes We Did Twitter campaign. This was a campaign. The hashtag was Yes We Did, and it was kind of highlighting the accomplishments from the Obama administration, highlighting some of the positive points. There's some things that this administration has done that I think are really awesome and totally spot on, and I'm really happy about. There are some other things that they've done that I'm very, very unhappy about, and I think in some ways it's kind of more of the same, and I'm very disappointed. Not going to go into a ton of detail on that right now. I want to focus more on the campaign with the elections coming up, because the one thing that struck me a little bit was, is this counterproductive in the sense that, some of the points that were being made were almost saying, like, talking as if things are over, as if, hey, man, yes, we did. Check this out. This is awesome. Jobs are better. The economy's better. And we're just kind of sailing into 2016. And midterm elections is an election where usually voter turnout is even lower, and especially on local issues and amendments and stuff like that, which is very, I guess, ironic when you think about it, in the opposite of the way it should be, because arguably voting on those issues is way more effective than voting in a presidential election or something like that. I mean, there's way more, your vote really does in some ways carry a lot more weight when it comes to something going on in your backyard, a local ordinance or something like that. Those votes really do matter, and especially Congress and stuff like that. And if you really want to get more of a Democratic majority, well, people got to show up to the polls. And so kind of just, my initial concern was just the Yes We Did campaign. Oh, well, yes, we did. We're totally good. We're awesome. Look at this. He did some cool stuff. All you haters are going to hate. And then people don't show up. And it's just kind of a stalemate until 2016, whereas, Obama himself has kind of said, hey, give me more of a Democratic majority and I can really get some stuff done before we're out of here. I'm paraphrasing. That's not a direct quote. And of course, take a politician's word for what it is, of course. I'm not like trying to be unrealistic here. But, this is sort of a time where it's really necessary to rally the troops, so to speak, and not necessarily time for a pat on the back. The other side of that is, could this kind of pat on the back pointing out, hey, look, despite all of this adversity, despite this uncooperative Congress, despite all the viciousness this administration has faced, which, I think the disrespect that the Obama administration is doing, and I'm not trying to be an Obama cheerleader here. I'm really not. Like I said, there's some things that I've been happy about, other things that I've been completely outraged by. But just in terms of the office of the presidency, the disrespect this administration has seen and Obama himself has seen is completely unparalleled, at least in my lifetime. I've never seen anything like it. The way the you lie situation, the people pointing fingers in his face. I think Hillary Clinton even did that, where she's wagging a finger at the president. And those are just like two little for instances. There's a ton more, but I've never seen such an amount of disrespect for a presidential leader. So maybe in a way, this Yes We Did campaign is kind of saying, hey, despite all this, look at what this administration has accomplished. And if we go out, if we get the vote, if we get more of a Democratic majority, we can go even further through 2016. So, there are kind of both sides to it, but some of the things I initially saw, I kind of thought, I see the idea, but this is sort of like a pat on the back when really these are really important elections to really show up and vote for. I think midterms are really important. And it's interesting that that's where voter turnout is even lower typically than presidential elections, because, I would argue that in some ways they carry even more weight in regards to using your vote. It's easy to get kind of cynical towards the voting process in general, the way elections are bought and sold in this country. But, I think on the local level and on the midterm level, your vote still definitely carries weight. So I don't know. I kind of saw, I wonder if there's kind of a counterproductive nature in the yes, we did, as if saying like, well, it's over and look at what we did. Whereas no, there's still time left. So what do you think? Leave your thoughts below. Am I being a bit too cynical on this? Am I reading into it too much? Or is there a point? Do we really need to rally here up through election day? It is election time. It is election season. We'll be talking about it more. You've been watching a summary from the Indie Bohemians Morning Show, and this is Ron Placone signing out.